I'm having breakfast with Mary Lee. Yodel-o-dee, yodel-o-dee. I'm having breakfast with Mary Lee.
Greetings, my little podcast peeps. By the way, that theme song being yodeled is Parson Brown. He's visiting with family and friends before heading back to Los Angeles. Got to hang out with him on Saturday. So cool to see each other face to face. On this episode, we're going to dare to dream. It's the Dare to Dream Grants being sponsored by the Front Royal Women's Resource Center. Joey Waters will be along to tell us all about it. Right now, though, your brain buster. Going back in the archives to a time when we were right in the middle of the pandemic. So again, pandemic question. People were asked, what is it you're going to stock up on while quarantined? What was the number one answer? Was it A, toilet paper, B, wine, or C, ice cream? The answer revealed at the end of the podcast. Right now, a look at the podcast planner, nationaldaycalendar.com. Put Monday, November the 27th at 7 p.m. on your calendar for the City of Winchester Holiday Parade. Now, the reason I'm sharing this now is the fact that if you want to put an entry into the parade, the deadline is noon, November the 6th. Applications are online only. Check it out at winchesterva.gov. It'll be under the Parks and Rec special events. Molly Minch is your contact at 540-662-4946. So, Monday, October 30th, it's National Candy Corn Day. And don't forget Beverly Farmer's Autumn Treat. It's Grandma Ruth's Candy Cornucopia. A bag of Brock's candy corn mixed in with a can of cocktail peanuts. You get that sweet and salty combo. Tuesday the 31st, it's Halloween. I kid you not, it seems like more people decorate for Halloween now than they do for Christmas. And I'm not just talking about a few lights. I mean house after house of some big inflatables and scary stuff. I love it. One of my favorite Halloween quotes comes from the comedian Rita Rudner. She says, Halloween was confusing. All my life, my parents said, never take candy from strangers. And then, Halloween, they would dress me up and said, go beg for it. She says, I didn't know what to do. I'd knock on people's doors and say, trick or treat. No, thank you. The 31st is also Caramel Apple Day. Sweet way to remove a filling. Wednesday, November the 1st, it's National Cinnamon Day. It's also National Vinegar Day. Thursday, November 2nd, it's National Men Make Dinner Day. It's also Deviled Egg Day. So I guess you could combine the two, right? Friday, November 3rd, it's National Jellyfish Day. It's also National Sandwich Day. I guess you could celebrate with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Saturday, November the 4th, it's National Candy Day. And on Sunday the 5th, it's National Donut Day, and daylight saving time comes to an end. And now, let me introduce you to my special guest and the Dare to Dream Grants. The Front Royal Women's Resource Center is sponsoring Dare to Dream Grants, and we'll find out what that's all about by talking with Joey Waters. Joey is the committee chair of the Dare to Dream Grants, and Joey, great to have you with us on the podcast.
Well, it's great to be here.
So before we talk about the grants, give us a little history and what the Front Royal Women's Resource Center is all about.
Well, the Front Royal Women's Resource Center was started in 1996. It's a nonprofit, and it was actually started by a woman, Joella McNeil, who moved here, and she was new to the community and was looking for a way to connect with other people, and she and a friend put their heads together and started it, and it has grown and grown and grown and grown to where we are today, which is helping a lot of women, both with our programs on education and getting women together, and of course the grants, not only for women, there's also a girl grant program, so we have come a long way.
Yeah, so the original purpose...
In the beginning, I think it was basically just to build connections for women to get to know other women, and maybe start building a support system. You know, hey, I know this, I can help you with that. You know, other women saying, well, I can do this. In the very beginning, when I first joined, they had a resource directory of the membership, and you could find out different people and their jobs and things. And we don't currently have that, and we've been talking about trying to get back to having that resource, maybe not the paper copy that we originally had, but in some way, shape, or form, building this resource for women. If people call our office, we try to connect them with people that we know, for example, the Phoenix Project or the business community at Laurel Ridge Community College. We try to give them connections of things that we know about, so it's that kind of help. But we have women gatherings, and COVID kind of interrupted a lot of this. But we would have women business people come together at lunchtime, and somebody would be the main speaker and share, and other women could learn from them and ask questions. We have other women gatherings in the evenings. We did a lot of it over the internet, Zooms, celebrations, and meetings during COVID, and we're getting back into the swing of things with doing it in person. We just had a lovely event at a new art gallery in Front Royal on Main Street a few weeks ago and got to meet the artist and see her space, and it was lovely. So we try to do those kind of things.
And being that it's Front Royal Women's Resource Center, then this is geared towards women in the Front Royal, Warren County area.
Yes, the grants are designed to support women who live or work in Front Royal. And we just added the work piece a year ago because the shortage of affordable housing limits some women who work here from living here. So they may be a nurse at the hospital full time, they may be a teacher, they may have a business, but they can't afford to live here. So we added to work or live in Warren County, Front Royal.
So tell us about the grants, Dare to Dream grants.
Right. This started with Joellen hearing a story of a woman who wanted to further her art education and had a chance to go to Italy and didn't have the money. And she thought, wow, I wish I could make that happen for her. And the next year, they started with a very, very small grant just from the beginning of the membership dues that we had. And it was granted, I think it was $19.99, and it was just for $200. And it was to a housewife who needed a computer upgrade. And she was in a wheelchair and had significant challenges. But she told us later that that just changed her life, getting that $200. It just changed everything. And we hear that time and time again, that it may not be a great amount of money, but it is the ability to make change for women.
Well, Joey, who can apply for the grants and what kind of scenarios as far as applying for these grants?
Anyone 18 and over out of high school, women who live or work in Front Royal can apply, and the Dare to Dream grant is up to $1,000. So someone might need a new computer for their business, or they need to upgrade, and they may only want $500. Or it might be that they're starting a new business and they're looking for basic equipment to get that started. We had someone last year that needed sound equipment for a new dance studio. We've had lots of money towards education, a woman who wanted to go find out how to be a building inspector. Sometimes it's items. One woman wanted to teach CPR, and she wanted her own set of the CPR dummies ready to go. So it can be an item related to your education, your job. It could be your dream to start a business, and you need something to help you get started. It's really run a wide gambit of requests. They have a dream, and they're on the road. They've done some homework. They know exactly what it is they need. They have a plan. As I said, my only challenge with this grant program is not having more money because we have so many great applicants and so many great dreams, and we just can't fund all of them.
Sure. Well, how can they apply, and what's the deadline?
Well, the application process is now open and will remain open till January the 12th of 2024. And they can apply online by going to the Front Royal Women's Resource Center website. I have the full application paper copies at Samuel's Public Library. So if they don't want to or can't do the computer thing, they can go there and get everything they need, and they can drop it in the mail to us. You know, if they have questions, they can call the office at 540-636-7007. They can fill it all out on the computer. The application's all there. All the information is there. And if you want to find out more about the Front Royal Women's Resource Center and more about our grants and other programs, just go to our website at frwrc.org. We have little mini bios of the previous winners that you can check out, and check out information about our celebration breakfast to celebrate all the winners, and all the information about upcoming events. So either way, if they have problems, they're welcome to call us and check in, and we'll do everything we can to help them.
That website is frwrc.org. And as Joey said, the phone number, 540-636-7007. It's the Dare to Dream Grants, the Front Royal Women's Resource Center. The chair of the grant committee is Joey Waters. Joey, thank you so much for sharing the news with us on the podcast.
Well, I appreciate it. It's important to get the word out of this really great grant program so we can grant some more dreams.
Good stuff. Hey, let's see how you did on the Brain Buster before we part. We went back into the archives right in the middle of the pandemic. And the question was, in a recent survey, people were asked what to stock up on while quarantined. What was the number one thing they said they would stock up on? Is it A, toilet paper, B, wine, or C, ice cream? And the answer is ice cream. You know, during the pandemic, maybe we couldn't get face-to-face with others, but nothing stopped us from planting our face in a bowl of ice cream. Thanks for your ears for this podcast. Share my website, breakfastwithbarrylee.com, with others so they can tune in as well. In closing, a little Halloween confession. Yeah, I was a glutton as a kid. I was the only one on my block that had a trick-or-treat bag with wheels. Have a blessed week.